How was your marriage,
Are
Nick?
you asking me if I killed my wife?
Man of my dreams, this man of mine may kill me.
What about my son? Nick!
This man may kill me. In her own words,
This man may truly
kill me.
You ever hear the expression, the simplest answer is often the correct one?
Actually, I've never found that to be true.
What are you doing here?
Pick up the phone, Megan. Pick up. Pick up! Hi, everyone. I was just trying to get in contact with my sister, whom I haven't heard from since I reviewed Maleficent. She's just vanished. Ironically enough, her disappearance coincides with today's movie, Gone Girl, based on the best-selling novel written by Gillian Flynn, making it the newest installment of the book adaptation universe. And before I continue, I have to retract a statement I made in my review of If I Stay, where I said that Gone Girl does not count as part of the book adaptation universe because it did not state in its advertising that it is based on a book. Turns out it actually did. Anyway, welcome to Straight and to the Point, where I review movies in 5 minutes or less, or your money back. And for today's opening montage, let's take a look back at some of the director David Fincher's old works. And yes, that includes Alien 3.
So now you better stop and rebuild all your ruins. A piece of trust you will need to swear all you
Our story follows Nick Dunn, played by Ben Affleck. On the day of his wedding anniversary, he discovers that his wife, Amy, played by the beautiful Rosamund Pike, has vanished without a trace. He calls the police, and the search begins. I'm gonna be honest, when the film started, I was more interested in the flashbacks about Nick and Amy's relationship than I was in the main story. Ben Affleck and Rosamund Pike had pretty good chemistry, by the way. However, after everything was set up, the film hit us with its first big twist. I can't say what it is due to spoilers, but I will say that it came at the right moment and put the whole story in a new perspective. What I am willing to talk about is the casting. Ben Affleck was an excellent choice to play Nick. You see, because of his behavior at a public event regarding Amy's disappearance, he is painted as possessing sociopathic traits by the media, and because Ben Affleck is playing the character, I can actually buy that. He was also able to make Nick likable enough that we want to follow him on this mystery, but not so likable that we should rule him out as a suspect. However, as the film progresses, it becomes less about the mystery and more about how the public views Nick. If there is a theme in this movie, it's how you present yourself to others. Nick might have his own side of the story, but someone has to be guilty of Amy's disappearance, and without other suspects, if Nick can't get the public on his side, well, there's going to be a problem. Assisting Nick is his lawyer Tanner Bolt, played by Tyler Perry. I really liked him in the role because he sounds like a man that knows what he's talking about and looks like somebody that you would want to put your trust in. As for Amy, she is just the kind of missing person that the media would have a frenzy over because of her America's sweetheart good looks. We learn about Amy through flashbacks, which are narrated by Rosamund Pike's soothing voice, and you just want to reach out and hug her by the time she admits she's afraid of Nick because of how innocent Rosamund Pike makes her. Now, this might sound like a by-the-numbers story, but trust me, there are plenty of twists and turns. At the risk of overhyping things, even if you do guess the twists, the film's execution is so engrossing that you won't even care. For example, Nick's very first line of dialogue is about how he sometimes thinks about splitting open Amy's skull so he can spill out her secrets and learn what she's thinking. It's a simple line, but Ben Affleck's delivery and the way the scene is shot makes it quite chilling. The movie's use of a serenely melancholy score, the lighting, and David Fincher's directing all made for an unsettling story. Heck, even the comedy relief is unsettling at times, and this all builds up to some of the most disturbing answers I've ever seen to a mystery. Speaking of comedy relief, we also have Neil Patrick Harris as Desi Collins lurking in the shadows, but his role in the story is no laughing matter. Now, if Gone Girl has any fault, it's that it's not very subtle about the public appearances theme. Now, on the other hand, this could have been intentional since in real-life murder cases, we don't have all the facts and can only go off what the media shows and says, but I'm just saying the film could have toned it down slightly. The movie also goes on for a little bit longer than you would have expected it to after the story is wrapped up, but the conclusion was satisfying. Overall, Gone Girl was one of my favorite movies of the year. I couldn't talk about it as much as I would have liked to because of spoilers, but I hope I got my point across. It was well cast, well shot, and it kept you guessing from start to finish. The pacing of the edits was also done well, particularly for the montages throughout the film. I'm going to give this movie 9 blonde beauties out of a possible 10, and I do recommend it for theatrical viewing. This has been short and to the point, and I review movies in 5 minutes or less, or your money back. Now, if you'll excuse me, I am going to try and contact my sister again, so I will see you all next time. Bye.